All right, we are live. What? Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another match within the first round of the playoff bracket for this summer's draft league. We got the number 7 Waffle House Fans taking on number 10 Power Friendship. My name is Golden Boot, strategist for the CCP, and I am joined by Goodspeed. The winner of this match will move on to play CCP in the winners quarterfinals, and the loser will drop to the losers bracket and play vibes.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have a really good series on our hands, especially like knowing a lot of these players and paying attention to both of these teams really throughout the season. Um, it's gonna be a really good game. I would expect it to not go 3-0 one direction. At least one side or at least one map will be taken by the losing team. Um, but this is one of our closer seeding matchups. We saw Foxboy Maid Cafe take on Yeah We LARP earlier. I think that was yesterday they played. And that was our closest one. But this is our second closest seeded match, like you said, at 7 and 10. So it should be a pretty good game.
Should be. As we do go into these rosters, let's take a look at number 10 Power Friendship coming out of Division. I gotta double check. Coming out of Division B, going one of the 3 teams in that division to go 2-3. Coming in at with the 10 seed, we have the Mapster 94, Milkman 17, John Hero Shooter, Nate Step, Everflame, and Tokyo. And for the side of Waffle House Fans, we got T-Man and as the captain. You also have Gloom, Night Miner, Red Hood, Hamilton, and Aqua. So pretty good players from both sides. John Hero Shooter, there is one of the top duelists in this tournament so far, and interesting to see how these teams are going to be playing, or what adjustments they have made into this meta. Cyclops is now available in both. A lot of the top heroes in the group stage have been nerfed, such as Daredevil, Phoenix, next Black Cat. It just to name a few of them, and also not to mention Devil Dinosaur got some pretty big nerfs himself, to where he's no longer the dominant force he once was. So interesting to see how these teams do adjust into this. We've seen some other teams have gone to. It's gone out off a dive for the most part, and more into a poke brawl type meta. So probably just going to see a bit more of that now as well, especially with Cyclops, if it's being released and him being a very strong character. We are going to be starting into this game, and the Waffle House fans are going to pick the first map as for the group stage, for the bracket stage. The higher seed in every game will pick the first map on domination.
Yeah, I'm kind of expecting Waffle House fans to pick Hell's Heaven here. Yeah, and it just goes to Hell's Heaven. I know T-Man and Night Miner really love playing on that map, so given the option, they're always going to take that, especially with their character pools.
Yeah,
I think one of the big things to look out for, though, you're just talking about the meta, we just got the big patch and things shaked up, is how bans work now. Because there's not, like, too many aggressively overpowered characters now, bans are a lot more open. Like, you're not forced to ban DD, you're not forced to ban Gambit, you're not forced to ban Black Cat and things like that. You're forced to ban Dino. You actually can like, start to ban and protect around like what your team comp really wants.
yeah, we're still probably going to see teams ban Gambit first, as we've seen it throughout basically every game, almost every game, except the one I played today. Oh, wait, there's a change up actually. Strategist Deadpool and Winter Soldier are the first bans for both teams. That is a very questionable option. I'm guessing they don't want Nate Step to play that Strategist Deadpool, as Deadpool recently did get buffed pretty significantly. Pretty small. He got, I think it was his AoE or his bobblehead got a healing buff. Gambit's going to be the first save for Waffle House fans, and Rogue will be the second ban for Power Friendship. As they do not want to utilize that explosive entanglement team up, which I'm kind of surprised, which has honestly gotten pretty big, heavily nerfed. They nerfed the damage boost you get from it, and basically cut the healing by over 50% with the recent balance patch. Daredevil gonna be the first save for Power Friendship, so they're gonna look to see run John Hero Shooter on that Daredevil. Waffle House fans gonna be going into their second ban now, currently eyeing Venom. Are they going to select it Answer is yes. Venom will be the second ban for the Waffle House fans. Gonna keep Mapster off of it, so that dive duo is gonna be slowed down a bit unless the Mapster, I'm not really sure remember what he plays, can probably play that Captain America if they want to play some sort of dive, as we are gonna be seeing both teams go into their third bans respectively at the same time. Invisible Woman currently the eye for Waffle House fans. And it's Rocket and Star-Lord for both teams. Rocket, definitely understandable. He is one of the best strategists in the game right now. We've seen it in the first 2 games of the tournament stage, where Rocket single-handedly didn't take over the game, but played such a big factor in teams getting the win. So you are going to see Power Friendship go into their last save. They're not going to opt to save Gambit here. They're going to go for Captain America, because to let Master go in with John Hero Shooter. Are they good? And Waffle House fans has an opportunity to just ban Gambit away from Power Friendship here, which honestly may be pretty interesting. I'm not sure if Power Friendship have a Gambit player here, so they may just be opting to just ignore it for right now. But actually, it's Cyclops going to be the last ban.
Yeah, that Cyclops the last 2 days has just been havoc in games. I mean, this character is just insane. We saw Cinery play on it earlier today, and he was just hard carrying the game. He was most damage in the game, most finals, most KOs, every single game he was on this character. This character is just insane. I'm glad to see Waffle House got rid of it, but it's going to be interesting to see what they protect here. It will be the Dino. So despite Dino getting nerfed, he's still very good if you are playing around him. Before, you could just blind pick Dino into any matchup, and your Dino would be fine. But now you have to kind of build your team comps around him. Things like triple support or high HPS supports are needed to kind of facilitate this Dino, but it's still a very good pick, nonetheless.
Yeah, one of the most interesting things here as well, they do not, Waffle House fans actually do not ban Power Friendship off of Gambit, so they're just able to get Gambit without needing to like have any sort of bans, which is going to be big for them, as we are going to see him potentially be able to use this Explosive Entanglement team up, which I did mention earlier did get nerfed. Nate Step actually going to probably be the one on the Rogue, which for me is interesting, as Nate Step primarily known as a duelist strategist player, not someone I have known as a Vanguard player, but could be interesting to see how he does with this Rogue.
Yeah, historically, every time I've played against Nate Step, it's been on DPS. But as somebody who's been more of a spectator of this tournament, it's been really cool seeing Nate Step evolve as like a player. Because previously, every team whenever I played against him in the collegiate scene, like I said, DPS, and now he's branching out to things like, playing the support pool, playing tank pool, playing rogue. He's a very flexible player. And I think a lot of teams would be lucky to have him on their roster, because he can fill whatever you need. He may not be the best at everything he flexes into, but he plays it good enough that his team doesn't have to worry about it. And looking at the team comps here, we are going to dive out of Power of Friendship with Captain America and Daredevil, while the Gambit, Dino, Cloak, and Rogue are kind of look to fight that front line. And then on the flip side, Waffle House Fan is going to go for a more anti-dive, kind of protect themselves with the Thing, the Invisible Woman, and the Namor here, and just try to take these fights really slow, collapse on these divers. But it looks like we already have a fight breaking out.
Yeah, Nate Step is going to fall. Bloom actually getting 2 kills here. Here on the Thing here. Red Hood going to pick on the John Hero Shooter. And it looks like the Waffle House fans are going to pick this first point here off of the back of Gloom getting 2 picks here. Tokyo trying to get out with Everflame, but it's not going to happen. Both duelists are strategists are going to take it out. Team Man's going to get a 3K here. And Waffle House fans are going to get this first point capture, as they're going to be coming into this next fight. No ultimates online yet. Closest thing you have on the board right now is Night Miner with the Ruby Rage on the Cyclops.
Yeah, like I said, Waffle House going really well into their game plan of like taking it slow, letting Power of Friendship dive into it. John Hero Shooter already swapping off of that after that one engage happening, being forced to kind of respect that. But Mamister's still going to stay on the cap, look to harass the back line. Night Miner doing a lot of poke here. Red Hood even picking up the kill on John Hero Shooter pre-fight.
Yeah, John Hero Shooter gets to take it out. Mapster's now going to get taken out by Aqua on this Gambit. That they need to try to find some, they're not going to be able to win this fight. They need to back up here. Gloom going pretty aggressive on the Thing here. Everflame's going to get taken out by Night Miner. They're just going to keep walking up. Gloom is putting on a masterclass right now on this Thing, just Thing as well, just putting up so much damage and value for his team. as we do have ultimates online now for both teams.
Yeah, this Night Miner ultimate is going to be huge here. I mean, we're going to be looking to see this Ruby Rage probably go for a full team wipe here. Look to heal as much damage as possible. Pair it with something maybe like the Thing ult, or pair it with the Strange ult here. As they're just going to sit back and they're going to wait. But actually, Night Miner's going to go down very early.
Yeah, but they do trade 4 Master to Vanguard for a Duelist. That may just be what they want. But a Final Judgment's not going to be used. The Final Judgment Campbell with the Raging Royal Flush is going to take out Red Hood. The rest of the team just trying to stabilize. Hamilton almost gets caught out. Actually, he does. John Hirscher's going to take out 2 with that combo. Nate Step's going to get the finish on the T-Man. And they're good. And Power Friendship finally going to be able to flip this point around thanks to the Raging Royal Flush and Final Judgment. They still have every ultimate online, you know, close to it. And they have to go to Waffle House Fans, who has every ultimate online right now.
Yeah. A big Ruby Rage here is going to have a large effect. And we'll see what they end up comboing here, or what ults they want to use. I assume it's probably leading with the Gambit and following up ultimates after if they don't win the fight. But Natestep probably going to try to look for an ult cancel here. Yep, Aqua prepping the ult. The Gambit ult going out. Night Miner taking a long flank angle back, looking for this Ruby Rage. Is able to find. Red Hood finds 2. Night Miner finds 1. 3 ultimates committed outside of Waffle House Fans to quit the decisive fight. Or Waffle House Fans take that point back.
Yeah, just incredible ultimate value from them. Night Miner and Red Hood able to kill half a Power Friendship with their ultimates. Portal's now coming through from Milkman. Gonna be able to get it through, but are they gonna be able to touch? No. They aren't.
No.
I don't. What was that? I do not. I'm confused about what that first portal was.
I think that was T-Man's portal. I think he was setting up the counter portal. Didn't realize that that Power Friendship didn't have enough time to contest. But what I really want to look at there is Gloom is at 0 ult charge right now. Gloom tried to ult the Strange in their spawn to stop the portal, also not understanding how much time it was. That is a massive, massive ult that they are not going to have for this first fight.
Yeah. Not to mention, getting rid of that, losing that ult is going to be somewhat big here. But to be fair, if he doesn't hit Tokyo with that ultimate, it probably would have just been cleansed in the first place, anyways. Is with the cards. So we are going to be seeing a potential adjustment here from Waffle House Fans. Aqua off of Gambit onto Strategist Deadpool. Power Friendship not going to be making any adjustments of their own. We do have the Heartbreaker and the Eternal Bond online for Power Friendship. Waffle House Fans have the Eye of Agamotto and the Invisible Boundary. So both sides with Vanguard ult, both sides of the Strategist Ultimate. So how are they going to get the value that they need from these? As Natestep can just try to go aggro here onto this Invisible Woman and Doctor Strange and pop the Heartbreaker and just prevent them from using their ultimates.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a big slow fight. Never mind, Natestep's going to look to engage early here.
Yeah, there he goes. Hamilton already can't use the Invisible Boundary as he's in. He's going to take out Gloom with help of that team up. Natestep picks up 2. Ooh, and that's what they're going to need here. Power Friendship going to be pushing it back, but they haven't capped the point yet. So now going to cap this point. Just want to secure the team fight win. And Power Friendship are going to capture the first point here.
Yeah, that is a really good engage by Natestep there to catch them off on the side and force this comp to hit a really good flank. A bad disengage. And no ult's committed on the side of Waffle House Fans. Coming up on Gambit.
Yep, they are going to have the Raging Royal Flush. They do still have the Invisible Boundary and the Eye of Agamotto, which they weren't able to use because of the Heartbreaker from Natestep. But Tokyo also has his own Raging Royal Flush. He can combo with the Final Judgment. And here they come. The Ruby Rages each and the Invisible Boundary are going to use. Not going to find anything, but Natestep is going to fall. He went way too aggressive. John Hero Shooter is also going to fall now. Eternal Prong going to be used by Everflame, just try and contest this, but the Raging Royal Flush now from Aqua is going to be used. Can they get picks? Actually, Red Hood's going to take out Eye of Agamotto. Not going to hit Everflame. The right click is just going to keep her alive for a little bit longer. It's going to take out both stretches are down. It looks like Waffle House Fans are going to come back and cap this point here again.
Yeah, I think John Hero Shooter got a little too aggressive there. The Invisible Boundary went up from Hamilton, and he knew he had the Gambit ult while Punisher ulting and had to do something with it. But I think walking into that ult, not knowing that Gloom and T-Man are just standing right there in melee range of you was a really bad call to make.
Yeah, definitely. We do have this Eye of Agamotto online for maps. They're actually both Vanguard ultimates on my Power Friendship, but they're not going to use them here. John Hero Shooter goes down way too early in this fight. Clobber time going to be used, only going to hit Nate Step. He's going to get taken out, so they're just going to keep throwing him closer and closer to spawn, as Power Friendship are just going to have to reset and spawn completely, as Waffle House Fans are almost to their spawn, as they're now going to disengage.
Yeah, and that last fight that we saw with the ult fights, where John Hero Shooter and Tokyo ulted, was also a Night Miner to lead that fight, and another Ruby Rage already.
Yeah, not going to pick up any kills here. Just going to put up a lot of damage to help take out both Vanguards of Power Friendship. Nate Step actually off of the Rogue now, onto the Elsa Bloodstone, and going to get taken out again. Night Miner putting up a lot of value right now on this Cyclops.
Yeah, he hasn't been putting a lot of time in it. He has had to work a bunch the last 2 days. I know, talking to him personally. So this is kind of one of his first games, but he has a really good showing on it so far.
Yep, Sonic Seduction now going to be used by Milkman, but they don't see the thing on this corner behind them. He's just going to get a free engage on the backline. Going to look for Everflame, but John Hero Shooter is going to take out T-Man. Horn of Proteus not going to get any value. John Hero Shooter throws at the turret to not get any damage, and here he comes with the final judgment. Going to get the Rage Royal flush buff from it, but Master's down. They need to get another pick here to try and trade this fight out to make it even. They just haven't been able to get anyone. Just incredible disengage from the Waffle House Fans, not letting John Hero Shooter get any value. They do get Red Hood, but he is traded. But the Cyclops is behind him. The Rage Royal Flush is going to be used now. Night Miner trying to get more picks, but the Glocktrox is now going to be used to get T-Man. And from Nate Step, not going to get anything, as the Glocktrox is going to get taken out. They need to try and get a few more picks, and yes, they are. Both Vanguards are now down for Waffle House Fans. The Power Friendship are just going to keep letting this point tick up more, as we're going to be going into final fight territory.
Yeah, that was a really, really good Glocktrox out of Nate Step. It stopped Strange from killing the Cloak out of Ultimate. One of the things they needed to secure that fight was that Cloak Ultimate. If the Strange was able to get that ult off and kill that Cloak, that would have been a flipped fight in the favor of Ultimate.
Yes, we are going to be going into this final fight. 3 ultimates online for Waffle House, only 1 for Power Friendship. Master needs to make the biggest hero play with this. Oh, he's going to avoid the clobber time. Ruby Rage going to bring everyone so low. They need to heal him up here. Eye of Agamotto going to be used by T-Man. Going to hit 2. It's going to hit Everflame. Going to take her out. Eye of Agamotto going to come out now from Master. Not going to hit anything. They're going to get taken out. They have one more fight to come back into this, as they're going to just lose. Try and die early. And they need to get a portal here, but the thing is, the Doctor Strange needs to come out. Is he going to get the portal in time? No one's going to be able to touch. Power Friendship are going to lose the second point and the map. Waffle House Fans are going to go up 1-0.
Yeah, huge blunder out of the end there out of Power Friendship. I think just a miscommunication error, because you saw Mavster was swapping off to Captain America, telling somebody to swap, but not telling exactly who needed to swap to Strange there. So nobody really doing it themselves. But Night Miner picking up the MVP in this game. Cyclops looked really good. I expect to see a ban coming into for that Cyclops for the next couple of games. I don't think it's going to get through, but if it does, it's going to be scary. I mean, 24k damage. The next closest in the lobby was 15 on the side of Hero Shooter. Not a lot of finals, but just putting out so much pressure. Just dealing more damage than one of their healers healed. So just essentially taking a healer out of the game themselves without actually having to kill somebody. That just an insane amount of value.
Yeah, definitely. We're already seeing how strong this new hero is in the current metagame with Cyclops. It's just able to just put out so much damage. Not usually going to sometimes light up the kill feed, but just kind of a different style of play compared to Moon Knight, where you just put out a lot of damage. Probably don't light up the kill feed as much, but the damage numbers are always going to be high. We're going to take a short break, and we will be back with map 2. Waffle House Fans are up 1-0. All right, welcome back, everybody. We are back going into map 2 here. Waffle House Fans take the first map in the series. Honestly, pretty close map despite it being a 2-0. Both rounds went to 99-99, came down to a final fight for the most part. But now Power Friendship needs to make some adjustments here if they want to even out the series and not fall into the losers bracket, as we are going to be going to Yggdrasil path.
Yeah, I think part of the problem for Power Friendship, though, is that they made the swaps that they needed to make, but they still weren't able to secure the win. And at that point, it's kind of shaking as a team when that happens. When you know what swaps to make, you do make those swaps, but they don't end up working out. and it just hurts the team morale a lot. You know, people get quieter, people stop talking. So I hope they're able to overcome that and keep up comms, keep up morale, and not falter too much into Waffle House. But I expect bans to kind of go a lot of the same way here for both teams.
Yeah, actually, here we are. We are going to see the Gambit ban first from Power Friendship. Strategist Deadpool. Once again, the first ban for Waffle House fans. It's honestly just this, for me personally, it's just a weird first ban. Like, yes, Nate Step has been known for that Deadpool, but personally, I've just never really thought of Deadpool as a first ban worthy type character. As yes, he can put up a lot of numbers, but he just doesn't really do a lot with those numbers. He's just a really big stat pattern. Where personally, for me, I feel like it's just a weaker version of White Fox, where they're both strategist characters that can play at range, put out some good damage and healing numbers. But I feel like White Fox just does a lot of what Deadpool can do, but better. Sure, Deadpool does provide the damage boost, but if you want damage boost on your team, you can just run like Ultron or Mantis centric strategists.
Yeah, I think it was more or less the fact that Deadpool is really good at supporting dive, and that's something that John Hero Shooter and Mavister are very known for, is their dive duo of like Venom Cap plus like Daredevil or Black Cat before for John Hero Shooter. But now that the dive has been toned down, the support Deadpool also gets toned down a little. And you're seeing John Hero Shooter move towards things more like that Punisher we saw last game, and even going ahead to protect the Cyclops and ban it away against the sign of Waffle House. But Waffle House was able to protect Night Miner's Bucky, and this is a character that he is really known for. I know coming into the tournament, a lot of the talks were, you know, Royal Tiger is the best Bucky in the tournament, but we've seen Night Miner play, and Night Miner's been really, really good on this Bucky. And one thing that he really likes to do is take these really aggressive flanks and try and trade his life 1-for-1 or 1-for-2 with the supports a lot of the time. Knowing that as long as he gets like 2 picks, he is able to win a fight even while dead.
Yeah, that's usually what you want to see. Is we are going to see some more bans. Rocket Raccoon actually banned from both sides. We are starting to see this more of a trend from teams where if you don't save the rocket, you're banning it, which is honestly pretty understandable. Rocket right now is probably the third, maybe second best strategist in the game right now, behind Gambit. Bit after the most recent balance patch, as Amplifier is now the lowest costing strategist ultimate in the game. You put out a lot of healing. The revives have shown to be really strong in these previous 2 games with CCP and Foxboy May Cafe. Forgot the team for a second. To where you're just able to get those revives, basically turn fights into 7v6s if you have that rocket advantage. And not to mention the Amplifier. You're now once again the cheapest strategist ultimate in the game to build up to, and that ultimate on its own is just so easy. What's the word for it? Flexible. That's the word I'm looking for. Where you can either use it offensively to get your team in, combo with something like Punisher or Star-Lord with their ultimates, or you can combo it with the, or you can just use it for sustain because it gives over health in the radius. The only real thing that does slow down Rocket a bit with those ultimates is of course Phoenix, but if you're playing against a team that doesn't really have a Phoenix player, you're just usually able to get those Rocket amplifiers up for free. If you put it in good positions, it's almost impossible to break, which is why we do see Rocket banned from both teams here. So we are going to now go into this next point. Waffle House Fans going to run a new style of comp. Night Miner on the Winter Soldier. Your Hamilton on the White Fox, and T-Man on the Magneto now with Gloom sticking on the thing. Power Friendship now with the Double Dinosaur.
Yeah, looking to fight pretty much front to back. The Venom going to slam in the back, but Nate's not going to be able to take out Night Miner. He's playing a little too aggressive here.
Yeah.
Waffle House Fans forced to just walk back here, but Gloom's going to get bitten.
Yeah, Gloom's going to get thrown in. He's going to be able to get up, but they lose Hamilton. That's one of their strategists down. And they need to back up here and wait for the respawns. They're just taking so much damage. As Master's going to go in, take out Aqua, and John Hero Shooter's going to beam down Gloom with the Cyclops here. As Waffle House Fans is looking held right here, as Power Friendship is holding this corner very well. They got the positioning where they want to hold. They're not going to go super aggressive. They want Waffle House Fans to just walk into them here. here into this dinosaur to where he can just throw someone into the team as they are going to start to walk up here. We see this angle here from Red Hood trying to beam down this gambit from Tokyo, but it's not going to happen right now. He's going to go again, trying to get the back line here. Blast Barrage not going to help out with some damage, but it's going to be enough to harass the back line for long enough to take out the front line. Which is just very good right there from Red Hood. Even though he didn't get kills, he did what he needed to do on that Star-Lord. Just harass the back line and not let them look at their front line to heal them.
Yeah, Mavs are swapping to the Strange here to TP them back. They're going to be looking right at the back line of Waffle House Fans. No, they're going to turn away, and they're just going to jump out with a safe portal here to contest here for one last play.
Yeah, they need to try and get a pick here or something to try and contest this fight, but Milkman gets so low, going to get taken out immediately by this Diamond Form Elsa, the teammate with the final hit. They need to try and get someone else on here. Invisible Boundary now used by Everflame. It's a bit far back, but a Rage Royal Flush to Stratus ultimate, but it's teammate with the Meteor and is going to pick off two, but John picks up Hamilton with the Ruby Ridge. Kraken Impact now used by Nightminer. I don't think is he going to get a reset? Yes, he is on Mavster, and the Waffle House Fans are going to bring this cart in with 4 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock to bring it into the next checkpoint. As Nightmare potentially trying to get another hit with this reset on Kraken Impact. Not going to happen, and Power Friendship need to find a way to stop this cart now.
Yeah, Power Friendship really wanted to win that fight. They committed the Gambit ult, they committed the Invis ult, they committed the Cyclops ult. They committed a lot there to try to win that fight, but T-Man's Meteor M was able to just stop that. You know, the 1 second duration added onto that Meteor M, slowing the game down a lot.
Yeah, Galactic Legend going to be used now by Red Hood to get the team in. Ivakamoto, there's a lot of ultimates coming around. John Hirscher is going to get taken out by Gloom. And they're going to get the reset here. It's just here they can't fight a 5v6 right now unless they get another pick early. We see Red Hood on this angle right now on the Star-Lord. Can he get another pick, or can he force people to look at him? Yes, he can actually. As we do see some ultimates online. Rampage, Glothtrox online for Power Friendship. Waffle House Fans have the sound section. Here comes the Glothtrox with a Fate of Both Worlds. The Glothtrox is going to get taken out before it gets anybody. And here comes the Rampage now from Milkman. He should try to contest this point, put out as much damage as he can. Not going to happen, but as Master is going to fall. Milkman so low, going to use that bubble to keep himself alive for a little bit longer. The Rage Royal Flush is now going to be used to get the team in. Nate Step's going to get a pick on the Nightminer, but a Sonic Seduction has been used. Are they going to get a pick? Yes, they can. Everflame falls. It's just up to Tokyo now on this Gambit. Keep the team alive, but he's so low. Going to get punched by Gloom. Meteor M boost once again. And it's not going to get anything, but it's going to put up enough damage to take out Nate Step. Master back on the point now on the Strange. Can he inch? He needs to just stay alive for a bit longer. Not going to happen. And Waffle House Fans are going to bring this point in, and they're going to have 4 minutes to complete the map now.
Yeah, a lot of time. T-Man is somebody that I just want to highlight this game. I know Gloom is the MVP here, but T-Man's Meteor M's have just slowed the game down, cutting healing off from the Dino and allowing him to die and just letting them walk. It's such a huge advantage that a lot of people don't talk about with Magneto. Yeah, we love when a Magneto rock comes down and hits somebody in the head and kills them instantly, but cutting off healing and slowing down the pace of the fight is something that a Gambit doesn't play.
Yeah, definitely, especially since almost all of Gambit's card abilities get eaten up by that Meteor M. We argue going to 6-5. Ruby Rage and Invisible Boundary online for Power Friendship. Waffle House Fans doesn't have anything online right now. They need to try and find something early here, potentially not using any ultimates to keep their ult economy up. As Red Hood goes into this top left high ground, going to get forced back immediately by Nate Step. He'll have 3 ultimates online now for Power Friendship. A 4th one online soon with this Ivakamoto. But Milkman going to get thrown to the ground by Gloom. Diamond Form used by both. Hamilton going to get taken out. And here comes the Glothtrox. He gets picks up 2. It's not going to kill him, but Nate Step is going to fall to Aqua. Nightminer, they're actually flipping this potentially. Nightminer takes out Tokyo. Yo. Oh, Nasser, it's good trade for Team. They need to take out these duelists here before they get our pick. But a Kraken Impact is going to get used by Nightminer. He fixes winnable. He takes out Everflame. Nightminer is actually the Kraken Impact is going to basically pick up 2. He is going to go down. But Waffle House Fans are just going to keep this cart moving. That's not a fight you want to lose from Power Friendship, especially when you got those picks. You just let the duelists of Waffle House Fans win that fight by themselves for the most part as they're coming back in. And Waffle House Fans has 3 ultimates, potentially 5 online now, except for that Kraken Impact. Here comes the Sock Seduction now from Milkman. They need to get some value out of it. Can they get a pick with it? He's just trying to hit the Vanguard. It's not going to happen, but he's going to take out Hamilton first again. And he's not able to use that Kumiko because of that Sock Seduction. Here comes the Fate of both worlds and the Sock Seduction to get the team in, potentially find more picks. Galactic Legend now going to be used by Red Hood, but an Invisible Boundary has been used in response. And here goes a Meteor in by T-Man. Can he get a pick? He's looking to charge it up. Barely misses the kill on the Everflame. And here they come. And now Red Hood going in with the Blast Barrage. Going to back up now, but Master falls. Nate Step falls. But that Miner with 2, he's going to take it out. But a Rage Royal Flush now used, but there's only 3 people alive. Can they get picks to potentially flip this? They take out Gloom, but is that enough? It's a 4v3 right now in favor of Waffle House Fans. They're just going to look to back up here with their respawns. Power Friendship are going to be able to hold this. If they're going to, we see Waffle House Fans back up here, trying and stabilize a bit, and then come back into this fight with some more ultimates online.
Power Friendship doing a really good job holding this. I mean, this is the first time it looks like they're putting up a fight and actually winning fights here. Ult advantage. Oh, but John Hirscher is taking on Nightminer in the neutral here. He's going to slow down Waffle House a lot.
Yeah, you lose the Warrior Soldier who has to crack an impact line. Hamilton's also been holding onto this Kumiko this entire checkpoint here and has not been able to use it because he's just gone down first in every fight that Waffle House Fans has lost. You can't let that happen on White Fox, especially when you have an ultimate. Here comes the Ruby Rage and the Sonic Seduction. Are they going to be able to get any kills with it? Right now, it's looking like no. Here now comes the Kumiko from Hamilton. Can he get on this? Oh, but Master goes down as he tries to go for the Eye of Wakamoto. Red Hood's going to get hit by the Glocktrox, not going to get taken out. No, Nightminer with the Crack Impact is going to hit Everflame, going to hit Tokyo. He has another reset. They brought this clock down so far. Can they stall out for any more time? We see Master switching over to Angela to try to test this point. Trying to come out. Gonna get hooked. Gonna get moved around. Probably not gonna hit John. You're a shooter on the point. Master needs to try and get onto this point, and it's not gonna happen. 10 seconds left on the clock as Waffle House Fans cap checkpoint 3 and complete the map.
Yeah. Capping third point here is really big. Only having 10 seconds left is not something that I expected. I was really hoping that Waffle House was going to come out of here a little stronger than they have been, you know, capping with at least a minute and a half left or something like that. Kind of blundering a couple fights, overcommitting ults when they don't need to, and things like that. But overall, still playing really well. But Power of Friendship really coming together on that third point. John Hero Shooter doing amazing himself. I think he has something like 12 finals. Or something like that this game so far. He's got the most damage in the game. Most hit. I think he's MVP for his side. Yeah. He only has 5. I'm sorry. It was Nightminer that had 13. But doing a lot to kind of keep them at bay. I mean, just doing a lot of damage that the Cyclops need to be doing to hold them back.
Get ready.
Yeah, we do need to see potentially some adjustments here from Power Friendship. They want to complete this map and potentially beat the time bank of Waffle House Fans. Finish the map with more time to potentially give them an advantage if we go to extra rounds. And speaking of Waffle House Fans, they have an adjustment here. T-Man off of the Magneto onto the Venom. So potentially just going to try and jump onto the back line, force their attention at him, and then let the front line take take out the Power of Friendship zone front line, and as their back line is distracted by the Venom. We are going to see him start to walk up here to this corner, try and get some poke damage out. And here comes the T-Man with the Venom. He's diving in by himself. Is he going to be able to get a pick? He's going to force the Diamond Form out of Milkman. He's going to stun him for a little bit. He's going to be able to get out because of that fix of that overhealth he can give himself. So they're just going to hold this for a little bit, play slow. Here comes the Venom again from T-Man. Can they take him out? No, he's going to get out again. And T-Man just slowing the pace down for Power Friendship a lot, as they need to keep an eye on this Venom every time he goes in. Diamond Form used by both Emma Frost, so that cooldown's off for the most of this fight now. And Everflame's gonna get slammed to the ground by Gloom, barely gonna get out with her life. If there's a first pick, T-Man falls, the Venom is gone, but they trade for Milkman. Both sides have lost a Vanguard. Can we see more picks potentially come out from either side? It potentially bring this fight up towards their advantage. It's a 5v5 right now on the point, but John Hero Shooter falls to Red Hood. But a big hook is going to be used, going to force out the Eternal Bot from Everflame, just forcing them to be able to walk up here and take out Nightminer. There are no Meteor M online for Master, just to be able actually, excuse me, no Meteor M online for Waffle House Fans to just be able to slow that down. Actually, nothing to basically delete that Cloak and Dagger out of that ultimate. But they are going to be walking up here. They do have, here comes the Glove Shots, but the Fatal Blow Force has been used is in response. Teammate's only going to be the one hit, and Nate Steph's going to get taken out by Gloom. They need to try and find something to potentially flip the Spider, but it's not going to happen as more ultimates are going to be used. A Galactic Legend now used by Red Hood is going to be used to take out John Hirscher, who's going to pick up 2. 3! Red Hood coming up big with the Star-Lord ultimate, and they're just going to burst him right back in the spawn as T-Man touches the spawn.
Yeah, and that's going to be half the time already eaten out. 2 minutes left, and we're looking at the same amount of ults from each side. Milkman coming up on there, so Power Friendship going to have a slight advantage with this Emma ult. But a huge fight for Waffle House Friends to retake that back without having to use Portal or anything. Which means that they will have one for the last fight at this point.
Yeah, as we do see 4 upwards online for Power Friendship. Here goes the Rage Royal Flush. The Ruby Rage going to now be used. Kenny going to pick Answer his dough, but a lot of damage was done. Master was able to take out Hamilton. Blue's going to fall now. There's just these 2 ultimates. All that Power Friendship are going to need right now to potentially win this fight, but can they get more picks and staggers? Yes, they're going to take out Red Hood very late into this fight, but T-Man able to get out with his life on this Venom. Going to get healed up by Aqua. As they're not going to come in 2 ultimates on, actually 3 ultimates online for Waffle House Fans, but are they going to be able to touch? Yes, they are. Nightmare actually takes out everything. Nightmare's in the back line. He's going to pop the Kraken Impact, but the Meteor M is going to be used. Nightmare's going to fall. T-Man is so low on this Venom. Are they going to be able to take him out? Sonic Seduction now used by Gloom. As they're going to be able to flip this. Hamilton takes out John Hirscher. T-Man falls. And 3K actually for Hamilton with the White Fox.
Triple strike.
Yeah, huge turnaround there. Like, not even having to commit the portal again. Actually, the portal's been banned for
Waffle House Fans is banned.
Yeah, I didn't even see that. But yeah, huge turnaround. I mean, Gloom plus Hamilton there really securing that fight with their ultimate. In 30 seconds left, this is gonna look to be the last fight of the game.
Yeah, they need to come. They need to make something happen here. T-Man so aggressive. Can they finish off this kill after so much was used on him? The answer is no. He's able to get out of his life. But Aqua has a Fatal Blow for Ultra line, and T-Man close to the Feast of the Abyss. Nate Step needs to come up big with the Gloves. He hasn't been able to really get the value he wants out of it. But here we come. He picks up T-Man, but the Gloves is going to take it out again. He can't get any value from these Elsa Bloodstone ultimates. Well, Milkman falls first. That's not what you want. Ruby Rage going to be used, but Gloom's going to fall to the Eternal Bond with some damage fall. Here goes the Galactic Legend from Red Hood, and the Feast of the Abyss. It picks up 3! And that's gonna do it. Waffle House Fans are gonna full hold Power Friendship, and Waffle House Fans are gonna go up 2-0 in match point unless Datestep Milkman's not be able to get through with the portal, and the Waffle House Fans and dominate on their defense here.
Yeah, really good hold by Waffle House Fans. Really good performance by Red Hood as well. I know a lot of Star-Lords like to just send their ults as soon as they get it, but he was really patient, knowing that as soon as that Cloak ult goes out, they have nothing to stop him because Milkman is committing the Emma ult to win fights, so they don't have it to counter that Star-Lord ult. So Red Hood able to just hold on, say, hey, Night Monitor, use yours whenever you want, force some ults out. I'm going to save mine for when that Cloak ults go down, and we're just going to win the fights off of them. But really big performance here out of Night Miner and Gloom. Fighting for 28 finals between the two of them. Really good job. But T-Man diving, making those opportunities happen on the Venom, supporting his team with the Magneto. Red Hood able to follow up on the Venom dives, make them so they're lethal and not just wasting time. And then Aqua and Hamilton just securing that backline, making sure nobody is going down. Aqua with a big 41k healing this game as well, also with 8k finals and 10k damage. Aqua is just all over the board with this Luna pick.
Yeah, definitely. We do see how strong Luna Snow is right now. As some people would say, Marvel Rivals developers' favorite character, as she basically never gets nerfed. But we are going to be going into this round 3, as once again, just to bring back with the Luna Snow, just overall incredible character, especially teamed up with White Fox, getting that team up ability, just able to fraud, basically having a second charm at your disposal, and just another thing to just give some burst healing as well if needed. She also just puts out a lot of damage. Snowflake to just keep a flanker, someone else alive, without needing to shoot at them, or you just run on yourself and give yourself a damage boost and just take a flank angle and turn yourself into a duelist, which you can do.
Yeah, Aqua was really playing the more healer role that game, and it was very clear, but he wasn't afraid to start, shooting people and getting headshots and getting kills to protect himself when needed. Luna is not a dive victim like people think she is. Luna is the hunter. Like, this is you're stuck in here with me kind of situation when you dive Luna. You got to be scared for your life because that character can and will kill you if you misplay that dive.
Yeah, especially if you're up against really good Luna Snow players, and if they have the White Fox team up, having a charm at their disposal, and if they're just able to hit the snowball on you every time you go in and you get frozen, you're just taking using half your HP before you can potentially do anything to this Luna. As we are going to see Cyclops and Strategist Deadpool as the first bans again, and actually Cyclops and Ips being the first ban here is definitely interesting. So we're potentially going to see both sides able to play Gambit as possible, but no, Winter Soldier going to be the first save here once again. They want to keep Night Miner on his signature hero. For us, we are going to be going into the second ban for Power Friendship, and it's going to be Gambit this time, so they're not going to save it.
Yeah, and I mean, why wouldn't you want Night Miner on his signature hero? With how good he looked last game, that's scary, and they're really not worried about giving up that Gambit. Because of the Gambit nerfs, he's a lot harder to pilot now. He's not just, brain dead, pop ult, and win fight anymore. The movement speed nerf really hurt because you have to be really well positioned before you use that ultimate for it to get a lot of its value. And losing a lot of the damage too makes it so you're not just getting kills on top of kills on top of kills anymore. I mean, the ultimate is still really good, but it's more of like a combo ult now more than ever. It's not just get Gambit ult and pop it. It's now, okay, now we have to combo with Star-Lord. Now we have to combo with Punisher. Now we have to combo with whatever ult is in the game. But Red Hood Star-Lord also going to be banned. Putting him on something else. Rocket banned against Power Friendship, so they're not going to have the option to protect this. Whereas Waffle House Fan will have the option to protect this, kind of forcing Power Friendship here to protect the Phoenix. And if they don't protect it, Waffle House Fans get Rocket for the first time in the series.
Yeah, definitely going to be a big question here. They do get access. They are going to save Venom, so they want to keep Maths, especially want to have Master play this hero. So we are going to see potentially what Waffle House Fans are going to do here with their last ban, and what are they going to want to do here? It's going to be Groot. So I think that's another hero that Master or Milkman do play. You get rid of those walls, and you get rid of the potential to combo the Strangling Prison with the Ruby Rage, which I haven't seen a lot of teams do yet in ranked or in organized. So probably not the most optimal combination as a lot of people think it is. And Luna Snow going to be the last save for Waffle House Fans. They want to keep Aqua on that hero. He just got ace for in the previous game. As the final ban for Power Friendship is looking to be Groot. Yes, it is. So neither team is going to be able to play Groot, but this leaves something very big open for Waffle House Fans. It leaves Rocket. It leaves the Rocket open. Then are they going to be able to utilize? Are they going to just go for the strategist to use? We are going to see an adjustment here from Nate Step potentially. Going to go over to Wolverine. It's going to be able to see the Cyclops and Wolverine team up for the first time in this turn. For the first time, personally for me, casting it, the Kinetic Claws ability that Wolverine gets, which those who don't know, increases his melee range by a meter, and changes his right-click dash into basically turning him into a helicopter.
Yeah, I think we have a little character shenanigans coming out of Waffle House Fans right now. With T-Man on Fox, Night Miner on Venom. It looks like they're just having a little fun. I mean, they're probably feeling good, going up 2-0 and in a decisive fashion like they did in the last map on defense. Hopefully they don't walk out on this, but knowing Night Miner and T-Man, this is always a possibility. Kind of switching things up and just having a little fun, keeping it light.
Yeah, we could potentially see this as they are up 2-0. They probably want to have some fun in the playoffs, and they actually are going to run out on this. Everyone except for Aqua and Red Hood are flexing over to other roles. Night Miner's on Venom, T-Man's on White Fox, Hamilton's on Rogue. As we are going to be seeing them walk up here a little bit. Not going to pick up anything so far. Nate Step potentially going to be looking to pounce onto this Venom or Rogue to just kidnap someone into the backline. He's going to grab a Gloom on this Winter Soldier, but it's not going to happen. Oh my god, he just bed out of there with that team up ability. But he just to get out there immediately. Hamilton gonna go relatively low, gonna get backed up, healed up. Wolverine is gonna grab Nightminer. He's gonna get taken out. It's the Venom gone. Not the pick they want to see. Nate Step potentially gonna look for another one here with the here as they're just gonna walk here. John Hero Shooter with 3 kills for John Hero Shooter at the Cyclops. As Waffle House fans have decided, yeah, all right, we had our fun. All right, we had our fun. Everyone go back to your roles. No more trolling. Lane. Okay, except for T-Man, who is still on the White Fox. Nope, he is on Rogue now.
Yeah, they're back to their main roles. After wasting a minute, you know, probably gave it one good push and then said, hey, let's win this game. Coming up 67% on Nightminer ultimate. Closest one being the Ruby Rage on the side of Power of Friendship. So we can see how this will affect the next fight. And looks like we're already gonna have people jumping in.
Yeah, incredible aggression. Ruby Rage not gonna do anything with T-Man. Nightmare gonna take out the back line. There's 4 down already. So it's basically a team wipe. It's just a Wolverine alive of Nate Step. He's gonna take it out. Red Hood. Along with the rest of the team, just gonna finish off a team wipe of Power of Friendship. And they're not gonna opt the portal because the portal wouldn't have gotten there in time. So we are going to see an adjustment now from Nate Step off of the Wolverine back onto the Elsa Bloodstone. And ultimates are on the only ultimate online right now. Actually, there's about all of ultimates are going to be online in a little bit. Tokyo has the Invisible Bouncer online. Nightminer with the Kraken Impact. And oh, it could be right now. But oh my god, my Master goes in and gets deleted immediately by T-Man, showing how strong Rogue can be right now. As Rogue did recently get buffed, probably no longer needs to rely on Gambit as much as he used to. Gloom going very aggressive here with this thing. Gonna take out Nate Step, and it's just gonna back up here. Knows his limits, not gonna go in there. And Power of Friendship need to find a way into this because it's not really looking pretty for them right now.
Yeah, you're talking about needing to find a way into this, but I tell you how this next fight is gonna go exactly. It's gonna be T-Man looking to jump on these supports with this ultimate and stop them from even thinking about a support ult.
Yeah, we do see Gloom potentially on this backline here. Oh, he gets frozen out of the clobber time. But T-Man's going in with the Heartbreaker. Can he get a pick? Yes, he can. He's going to take out Tokyo, but Red Hood picks up 2 with his own. T-Man with 2 with the ultimate. And this is just another team wipe as they're just steamrolling through the second point. Power Friendship cannot find anything. And what makes it worse, they don't have any ultimates online. They haven't. The only ultimate they've been able to use is the Ruby Rage of John Hero Shooter. No one else has gotten the ultimate online except for Milkman. The Waffle House fans gonna coming into this. They have both strategist ultimates online. That's all they're gonna have for this next fight going forward.
Yeah, it's gonna be really, really hard for Waffle House fans. But Nightminer almost gonna get pulled through. Dropping very low, needing a lot of care here, and he's just gonna fall down.
Yeah, that's potentially a pick they need to try and get back into this. Nightminer does fall. T-Man gets low, but is able to get healed back up by his back line. So you're just gonna hold this corner right here as the Rogue T-Man's gonna go back in. They're gonna go in with this Kumiko. Ayamagamoto. Travis ultimates are going haywire. Both strats ultimates are used online for Waffle House fans just because Hamilton's gonna get taken out. Gloom falls. They pop both of their strategist ultimates, and they're not gonna be able to win this fight here. That's a big blunder by Waffle House fans, because they're gonna have to back up into the spawn and wait for their respawns.
Yeah, Waffle House fans playing the last couple of fights really well, but I think getting a little over aggressive, you know, getting stuck in the moment of like, hey, we're doing so good, like, we're too big to fail.
Yeah, Sonic Seduction not going to be used by Milkman. Gonna try and hit this Rogue. Gonna slow down a little bit, but not gonna be enough to take her out. So we're gonna see Gloom go on point, gonna get taken out. Master gets solo, able to get healed up by his backline. Good job on them for keeping him alive there when it was basically 1 HP. As they need to reset once again, and Power of Friendship have finally found a way to hold off the Waffle House fans on this third point, as they're going to be coming into this next fight. 2 ultimates online for Friendship, Beta both worlds, and the Ruby Ridge. Waffle House fans have 3, the Kraken Impact, the Horn of Proteus, and the Clobbering Time. But you're going to see a combo here. Gloom going to go for the... Oh, he gets... Nope. He goes for it, but it gets thrown out of it immediately for this part. Gloom is so low from that Ruby Rage, not going to get any kills, but puts so much damage out. But the damage isn't followed up on for any kills. Nate Step's going to fall. Kraken Impact and Horn of Proteus are going to be used. Everflame's going to fall. Milkman's going to fall. And Waffle House fans are just going to walk through this, finally finding a way into this third point. And they're already at over half, and they're all so close the capping this point and completing the map.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard for Power of Friendship to touch here. I mean, they're coming up on only Nate Step and Mavisterl, so nothing to really get them on to this
Wait,
point.
can they touch? They can't!
Yeah, they're not even able to touch. In 2 minutes and 23 seconds left on the side of Waffle House, with them wasting a whole minute on first push.
Yeah, just an incredible performance by the Waffle House fans. Makes even keep in mind as well with how strong this has been. Aqua hasn't died. Aqua never died on that attack. He just was able to stay alive throughout that entire time, and he has 13k and 13k healing. Just a incredible performance once again by Aqua on this Luna Snow.
I mean, yeah, showing why in this most recent power rankings they were ranked, I think, number 3 or 4, like why they deserve to be up there on this list. They are just so good. T-Man being ranked very highly at number 3 this week. Night Miner being up in top 5. Just a lot of really heavy hitters coming out of Waffle House and showing why they deserve those positions as well.
Yeah, definitely, really we are going to see an adjustment here from Power Friendship. Nate Step going to go over to one of his signature heroes, a character that he is known for, the Human Torch. I remember casting this guy about a year ago when Human Torch was a very hard meta hero. He was probably the best duelist in the game at that time. Now, it has fallen off quite a lot since he's gotten a couple of bounce patches. He did get some buffs in this recent bounce patch. I don't remember what they are, but how strong is Human Torch currently? I personally don't know. He actually can also combo with Mavster to potentially just throw him into Waffle House Fans with that first steps team up. Probably not going to see it here as it's a very high risk team up to utilize. We do see them try to walk up here, potentially try to get some picks. Nate Step's already relatively low with the Human Torch. Needs to back up, get some picks, get some heal. And stay with Master. There's just so much poke. Waffle House has just so much damage, and Night Miner's gonna pick off Milkman.
Talking about how strong is Torch really, Waffle House is just gonna walk into their spawn essentially. They're doing the touch the spawn door challenge.
Yeah, they just picked off 4 more. 5 actually. It's just Milkman alive right now. He's gonna have to go back into spawn. Power Friendship just don't have an answer for Waffle House's this is comp right now. They just have there's way too much. There's so much poke from the Winter Soldier, the Namor, the Luna Snow, and the Magneto. And if you try to get in close, you have to deal with Gloom on the Thing and Hamilton's White Fox. It's just able to go into that melee form as they are going to be trying to walk up here. Kraken Impact online already for Night Miner. That's probably going to be an opportunity for them to just try and win another easy fight, but they probably don't even need it. Master falls, goes a bit too aggressive, not gonna get helped up by his team. They're gonna back up here, and they just can't find anything into this fight as Master gonna go off of the Thing onto the Magneto.
Yeah, I think Power of Friendship at this point is gonna be trash for Charles, but Ace is gonna be able to take out Night Miner with the dive.
Yeah, that's a pick you want. That's the carry down. They need to go in. But they need to take out Gloom. Gloom's gonna help take out Nate Step. Here goes the Ruby Rage. Not gonna pick up anything as Fate of both worlds and Eternal Bond are used from opposing sides. Essentially get their team onto this point. But Red Hood is behind them on this game more, and they're not looking at him. He's gonna get healed up. Milkman going for the Sound Seduction. Hits 2, but can he get the picks? Answer is no. The Kumin count now coming online from Hamilton and Invisible Boundary from Power Friendship. But they've lost both Vanguards. Supernova now used by Nate Step. T-Man with the Meteor Imp tries to hit Nate Step out of the sky. Not going to happen, but he's going to do it eventually. Clobber time used. Actually, I don't think that hit anybody. Okay, it hit John Hero's shooter. And Power Friendship not been able to do anything on this attack. Waffle House Fans has been able to answer everything they throw at them.
Yeah, I mean, Waffle House just looks so good right now. This is like the dominant faction that I thought they were going to have all season. But they're showing it now in the playoffs, which is when you'd rather have it. You know, your better performance coming in the later part of the season when it matters. Mavs are going to start to play with a Meteor M.
Yeah, Meteor M. Nate Step picks up 3. Nate Step putting up the numbers on the Human Torch now. And Nate Step with 4. Nate Step putting his team on his back right now. 5. Can he get 6? No, he can't. No, he can't. Everybody. Milkman's a chud for that. He didn't let Nate Step get the 6K. But Nate Step showing the value of this Human Torch, able to get us 5k, but they're just able to come back with the portal. So they need to get more. They need to basically win another fight. Nightminer's gonna fall first again, but Red Hood gonna come in with the Horn of Proteus as they lost Milkman. And Mapster is so low. Can they finish? Can he stay alive? Right now, he can, but Nate Step falls. John Hero Shooter with 2 picks, but he gets taken out as well. Trades are coming left and right as Everflame now falls. It's just Mapster. On this point, Portal is back now from Milkman. Nate Step is back. Can he pull off the same magic he just did earlier? Here comes the Ruby Rage. Not going to pick up any kills. Just puts on a lot of damage, but they need more than that. They need to actually get people out of the fight. But it's not going to happen. But they actually walk off with the point as they're all going to get taken out. And Power Friendship finally capped the first point, and they're going to get the squirrel moving.
Yeah, I mean, the deaths here are kind of just, you know, getting things up. Nightminer jumping off the map to not stagger himself any further than he has to. It was a good fight, but Power Friendship is still fighting an uphill battle here. They only have 2 minutes left to push. They're not even halfway yet. And when Waffle House takes this first fight, they're still going to have another fight after that. They have to win 2 whole fights here, seemingly. And it's still a tough fight to make, because you have 2 ultimates on the side of Waffle House Fans. And they've been so lights out on this, but we're going to lead up with the Nate Step ultimate.
Get the Supernova going to be used to try and zone him out for a bit. Throwing this Tornado Scratch to potentially try and get a pick through this Fate of both worlds, but it's not going to happen. Here comes the Eternal Bond. Eye of Agamotto from Milkman, not going to hit anybody. But T-Man is so low. Can they finish him off? He's going to get healed up, actually. Hamilton does have the Skumiko. And the Clobber time now going to be used. 2 picks are down. This boundary goes out a bit too late. You're down both of your duelists. But Everflame's going to be able to take out Nightminer with this Terror Cloak on the Cloak and Dagger. It's a 5v4 now in the favor of Waffle House Fans. And the Power Friendship are just stabilizing right now on this point, waiting for their duelists to come back. And John Hero Shooter pretty much back to this fight now. They need to pick up something here, but they need to give through these ultimates to Waffle House Fans. 3 are online. Power Friendship only has 1. Actually 2. Ruby Rage going to get used. Gloom's going to fall. Not going to pick up any more picks. And here comes the Kumiko now from Hamilton. Just going around just to try and keep himself alive. Here comes the Horde of Proteus now. Not going to hit anything. Meteor M by Mapster. Can he get a pick? No, but Nate Step is in the back line. Takes out Aqua. Well, Nate's about to get another pick on Hamilton, but Hamilton's going to take it out. Nightminer and Red Hood fall. John Hero Shooter with 2. And they're going to be able to keep the squirrel moving as we in. Waffle House Fans cannot portal. Their portal is off cooldown. Nate Step throws it up. He is going to get bubbled to make sure he stays alive there. They're going to probably cap this point. And they're definitely just got to let him have it. And yes, they do. Gloom kind of staggers himself on this point as Aqua falls, and Power Friendship are finally getting some momentum to potentially complete this map and force extra rounds.
Yeah, Power Friendship really turning this game around. I mean, Nate Step has just been insane, finding all of the picks that he needs to on this Human Torch when he needs to find them. Waffle House finally getting a good reset with all 6 of them instead of, 4 or 5 of them and hoping to win a short-sided fight. But a good reset is what they need here. They have T-Man Ultimate coming up on Aqua Ultimate, coming up on Nightminer Ultimate. They're going to have a really good fight coming up here.
Yeah, a lot of ultimates about to be online. Also, Gloom making an adjustment off of the thing onto the Emma Frost. As we do see T-Man in the backline, gets his ult force to just stay himself alive. Takes out Tokyo, but he trades for his life. It's kind of an even trade. Supernova used by Nate to potentially keep this fight going and get more picks. Nightminer is going to get taken out by the Fire Tornadoes, and Nate trying to get fish for more, but can he get more? No, he can't. Gloom and Red Hood are going to take it out though, so Power Friendship are going to keep this point moving. I mean, they need to wait for a few respawns, I think, but they have the Eye of Agamotto and both everything online right now except for the Meteor M and the Supernova. Waffle House Fans have the Kraken Impact, who have the Fate of both worlds, and Red Hood now on Phoenix. And T-Man on the Angela. Big Million thrown into the back line. Eye of Agamotto's only going to hit T-Man, but needs to stay alive a bit more. Here comes the Ruby Rage and the Eternal Bond. Not going to pick up any kills. The Shredders ultimates were stacked by Power Friendship. You can't let that happen, but wait, probably not. Nightminer goes down. Here comes the sound seduction now from Gloom. He's so low. They need to finish him off. Nightminer is down, but Nate Step is down as well. It's a 5v5. Both teams have lost a duelist. But Milkman falls. They need to win a fight here to position clip to stop, but no, Aqua's going to take out John Hero Shooter. Everflame is low. She's going to fall, and I think this is it. Tokyo is on the point. The last hope, not going to happen. And the Waffle House fans are going to take the series 3-0, and they will take on the CCP in the quarterfinals. And the Power of Friendship will go to the losers bracket to take on Vibes.
Yeah, that was just an insane, almost comeback at the end there for Power of Friendship. They looked much better, in the last minute of their attack on first point into those next two. But Waffle House fans showing why they are so good and why they are ranked so highly in these power rankings. They just looked unstoppable when they're on a roll. And it's hard to stop them when they were on a roll. It takes almost a mistake of their own and not a good play out of the enemy team to stop them. But Waffle House, congratulations, 3-0. You guys do go on to face CCP, as Golden Boot said. And Power of Friendship, unfortunately, does move to the losers bracket, starting off the tournament not in great fashion. But hopefully they can take what they had in that final half there and kind of keep it going.
Yeah, just incredible performance there by the Waffle House fans. And they're gonna go 3-0. It's actually gonna be a rematch between them and the CCP. Both of these teams were in Division C, but Waffle House fans lost in Map 5 to CCP in their match against them. So it's gonna be a good rematch between both of these teams in the quarterfinals. And that's just gonna do that for that match. We're gonna take a short break, and we will be back with a post game interview from T-Man. Welcome back, everybody. We are here for the post game interview. Waffle House fans getting the victory over Power Friendship 3-0. They are moving on to the winners bracket, and we are joined by T-Man, their captain, and Night Miner and duelist player Night Miner. Congratulations on the win tonight from both of you, as y'all be moving on to face the CCP in the winners quarterfinals.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep. So how did y'all get the win tonight, and what was y'all's game plan coming into this game? Especially, we did see a couple of weird stuff, especially in the ban phase, just perma banning the strategist Deadpool away from Power of Friendship.
Well, we knew that after our scouting that we knew that they were like really strong on the strategist Deadpool, so we kind of just felt that they really didn't play anything else that we were really worried about or that we thought was good enough to be worth banning. So we wanted to kind of focus on what we wanted to play and what we just wanted to that would work best like against us and just ban that out instead.
Yep. Yep. So just primarily just being able to just shut down that player that part of Nate Step and just force him off of one of his comfort picks. Yes.
All right. So in the games, you guys had a pretty clear strategy of fighting front to back, except for game 2 when you guys kind of went with the dive with the Star-Lord Venom. Do you guys primarily look to play that front to back style, or is that kind of your read on the meta after 2 days, or is it just something like, hey, we think on this map it's a lot better, so we're gonna do this?
You can go.
So I think front to back is something definitely we're strong at, just because I play Bucky a lot, and you just hook one person in, get a pick, and you go on with that. But running the dive is definitely super a lot stronger at some points, depending on what team we play against. We noticed they weren't playing White Fox one time, and we bullied that by going to the back line. So if they're on White Fox, we try to do front to back usually. But I think it depends on what team they're running. But I think we opt to get front to back usually.
Yep. All right. So yep, going into y'all's next game, y'all be actually playing against my team in the quarterfinals. The CCP. What do y'all have? What message do y'all want to give technically to me and the rest of my team going into the next round?
Come prepared. Not much else that can be said really for this one. It's I think it was our closest match with our team was against CCP. So all I can say is better make sure not to sleep on us this time.
Yeah, we will. We will definitely make sure. Hey, we will. Hey. After after we lost the first map to Vibes in our match today, we definitely will not be doing that. It, but yep. So, anyone else? Do you have anybody y'all would like to shout out from your from your team, or anyone watching, Sheen from this match to help with y'all's win?
Definitely would shout out for me. Like, definitely got to shout out like everyone on our team: Aqua, Hamilton, Gloom, Red Hood. Like, we have a team full of goats, and it's surprising it took like till week 4 for us to all of us to even be on the top 15. So
Yep. All right. That is all the questions from me. Do you have any other questions? Got good speed.
Yeah, I have one question about the beginning of attack on Central Park. What were the comms like for you guys to completely swap up your entire roster and have everybody off hold but Red Hood?
Aqua
Yeah,
wasn't
so
awful.
I clipped it, but yeah, we were just Gloom wanted Bucky, so I was like, fine, Gloom, you can have Bucky. I'll go tank. Then Hamilton, some people didn't want to go support. I don't remember which one it was. Yeah, Hamilton wanted to go tank. So we're like, okay, you can go, rogue. So we were just in spawn, like jumping around Team Man, begging, please let us play off roll, please, Team Man, please. So we were just begging to have a off roll game, and Team Man gave us the 1 minute rule. So at 3 minutes left, we had to swap off.
Yeah, you guys definitely swapped off at 3 minutes. I made sure to say that on stream. You guys only wasted a minute, but then you guys came out after that swap and just ran them over for the rest of the the rest of the time that you had left, with almost 2.5 minutes left on your cap on Central Park. Was it kind of just like, all right, guys, like let's lock in, and it was literally like flipping a switch that let you guys do that, or was it a little more like, oh, we know what they're playing, we can just swap the counter picks and we'll be fine?
All right.
Yeah, it was something a little bit like that. We kind of once like we realize it's time to lock in, we know how to like, we get all of our teammates to stop LARPing and like, be like lock in fully, try to win best as possible, as fast as possible. And as we like, we love to say, you can't have waffle without syrup. So
All right. All right. I think that is all the questions we have. So once again, thank you to Night Miner and Team Man for coming for the interview. And as much as I do not want to say it, as I do play against y'all, good luck in Ick going forward within the tournament. That is going to do it for tonight. Waffle House Fans take the victory over the Power Friendship 3-0. They will be playing. Waffle House Fans will take on the CCP in the second round of the winners bracket. Power Friendship goes down to the losers bracket and will take on Vibes. That is going to do it for tonight. If y'all do want to watch any more games, go check out twitch.tv/journalism, where you will find Grelp taking on the Thieves in their first round matchup. That is going to do it from us. I'm Golden Boot, and this was Godspeed. Thank you all, and we will see y'all in the next match.